Oh yeah, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, as you can see here, I have a 30-year-old kayak that I had got my hands on. This is the Dagger Kayaks Outburst. And for you guys that don't know, I'm going to give you a little backstory on the Outburst. The Outburst came out in maybe 1996, 95, 96, and Dagger kept in it lineup for like 4 or 5 years. I think this one is actually a 1999. This one is manufactured in 99. I don't know if you can see that. What is the Outburst? The Outburst, well, besides having some sort of weird cult following on the internet and on, Hammer Factor, those guys go on and on about it. But for everybody that's, from this century and wants to know what the Outburst is supposedly a play kayak. I know it's crazy. This is a river runner / play boat that Dagger came out with. So I have briefly been in one of these, just like my buddies, jumped around and kind of paddled around a little bit. But today what I'm going to do an official review. And I don't normally like reviewing older school kayaks. I think it's a waste of time. But because of the cult following that this damn boat has, I figured what the hell, let's review it, let's talk about it, and let's talk about what Dagger did and why does it have such a following. There's a whole Facebook group just dedicated to the Dagger Outburst. Insane in my opinion, but you know what, let's see what this boat's all about. I'll go ahead and I'm going to start from the bow and I'll start from the stern and just kind of work my way up. This is actually one of the team boats. So what Dagger used to do back in the day, all the team boats always had to get red, and then they had a big Team D logo on the hull that I'll show you, which is only available to the team guys. And you'll see some things like this, and I'll explain what's going on with things like that. And by the way, there are 2 versions of this boat. One of the versions you'll see will have like a big saw blade right here, like a big kind of table saw blade. This one just has Outburst because this is one of the last ones. Believe it or not, the bulkhead foot brace was an aftermarket accessory, what they used to put in boats, and that's what that little thing right there is for, is a Yakima style foot peg. So this boat came out with foot rails and the bulkhead was optional. Should be the other way around, but eventually it did turn into that, where these were only available with bulkhead, and then it became the foot rails were optional. The older models had a problem with the seat cracking here. There were some issues with the cracking. It was very thin in this area. Dagger fixed that. They got rid of a few things. They got rid of this wall holder that was right here, and what this wall holder is a plastic piece that holds the wall in. They integrated that into the thigh brace. This thing comes with these grab handles that have an air line, and what this is tubular webbing with an air hose, believe it or not, built into it. So I removed it and put my own tubular webbing there. For this boat, what I'm using it for, this is good enough. I don't think this is needed, so I got rid of that, and it looked terrible on the front looking at that. I hated looking at that on the front. One other thing, this had a Blem stamp on it, and not necessarily that it was a Blem, it's just a Dagger team boat, and a lot of times they Blem stamped it, and what I did, I just heated it up, pressed it out because it was so damn ugly. I got tired of looking at it. When they Blem stamp at the factory, they almost burn a hole all the way through the boat, which was ridiculous. But the old school Dagger drain plugs, these drain plugs were nice. These were made in-house. They were pressed in there with a little pressure fitting thing. They had a sealant, and that was just a piece of plastic and bungee cut, and then it was like molded in. They molded it in where you could screw it in. These old drain plugs are really nice. They don't leak. They're really good drain plugs. And you see this texturing they have on here. This texturing was actually added to the mold after the mold was in. It was done with a hammer drill, like just got the normal Outburst logo. Wall holder, tie down. This is like something to tie it down. It's also a wall holder that holds this wall in. This is a PVC pipe that they got from probably Home Depot. Well, who knows where it came from, but if you look what that is, that's actually just a small PVC pipe that's cut with bungee with these hooks added right here, and a couple of little pad eye here. Accessory loops here. You see I got my throw up in there, accessory loop there. Back band, this is one of Dagger's. This back band is actually not bad. It attaches through the seat bolts here. Look at the shape it's in. That is crazy to see one in this nice a shape. It's adjustable like that. You would adjust it. See how I can get in, and then I tighten it up by pulling back here. I added my own hip pads. The boat did not come with hip pads. Need much. It doesn't come with a seat pad either. Just a thermoform seat. Water bottle holder there. This has more of an aggressive style thigh braces. I did have to add some pads up in here. The pads are the first thing to usually fall off. Wall holder's been removed here. The wall holder's gone. Grab handle up here. Not much going on. I'm gonna go ahead and measure it. So 10'11" as far as length. Even though the website has it, the books had it at 10'10". And I know I'm not on the perfectly flat area, but I'll give you guys a quick idea of the rocker. Rocker in the tail looks to be right at about 9, a little over 9 inches in the tail, 10 inches in the bow. 10 inches of rocker in the bow, 9 inches, give or take, you know, ½ inch. I get it, I'm not on completely flat surface, but who cares? I can give you kind of a base idea. So specs on this thing, it comes in at 10'10". This one came in at 10'11", 72 gallons of volume, 40 something pounds as far as weight. Paddler weight was 110 to like 220. Let's roll it over and look at the hull. You can see the hull, there's not much going on here. Very narrow in the bow, kind of tapers out, gets wide in the center. Team D logo on the bottom right here and the stern. Very pointy, very slalom looking hull. So this hull has this very slalom look to it, which is a good river runner for back in the day. This is like very low volume river runner, very tapered off right here, tapers back. So really curious how this thing's gonna paddle down river. I think that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to tell you on this boat. This is a quick walkthrough. Let's get dressed, let's get on the water. Woo!